Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. I tried to, let's say simplify this chart as much as possible. It really isn't that complicated. The problem is the structures have become quite messy and there is not yet a convincing indication, no confirmation yet that a low has formed in this pullback that started here on the 7th of August. Quick reminder about the overall structure we're dealing with. So first of all, the idea is that a larger corrective wave might have bottomed here on the 5th of July. That's at least the thesis we're following at the moment, right? We can work with that. It's not an absolute prediction, but we can work with that because it gives us relevant structures and support levels to work with going forward to support this roadmap and thesis. And it tells us when the market is starting to deviate from that. But for this larger pullback, we had a larger support zone between 37 cents and 52. And that area did lead to a nice upside reaction. Even now, we are still above that area. Normally in Elliott wave, we prefer to see 5 wave structures into a direction to give us an idea of the trend. Now, the problem is this here was only a 3-wave rally. And a 3-wave rally doesn't really clearly give us an indication of that the trend is now up. Okay, so we haven't got a bottoming confirmation, not yet that clear bottoming signal. However, the rally was substantial enough not to be part of that larger X wave anymore, which is why I'm following upside scenarios. However, I also say all the time we have to be on the side of caution because the rally was not a 5-wave move. It was only an ABC structure in 3 waves. This thesis, however, allowed us to understand or to add a support zone to the chart, a smaller one, which was here between 49.3 and 42.6 cents. The market dipped into it and reacted, again supporting the idea that we could have bottomed in a larger corrective wave on the 5th of July. But now for further confirmation, because we only saw a 3-wave rally initially, we need a breakout above that initial high. So that would be a break above the 64 cent level, which is going to be the next objective for the bulls. And that hasn't happened yet. Also, we have a trend line here that would also need to break. So that's pretty much where we are. We have seen a reaction to 2 support levels successfully, but the rallies have been corrective, which means they have been in 3 waves. We haven't got that 5-wave move up, which would provide us some clarity and give us some clarity, which again still means we have to be on the side of caution. Also, unfortunately, XRP, as I always say, XRP doesn't like to move in 5-wave structures. And you only know that if you really know an instrument. And here, this is only, again, a 3-wave top. So unfortunately, XRP has not managed to form an impulse from the 5th of August low. It turned into a 3-wave move, which might turn into a diagonal pattern as per the white count. Again, to keep it simple, we can watch for higher prices in this diagonal pattern, which however means we have to be extra cautious because diagonal patterns cannot be trusted. They consist of corrective structures. Yes, they are 5-wave movements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the subwaves are corrective, leading to these choppy structures. So be aware, be careful here. And we can follow that white wave count to higher prices. By the way, this is the wave count that would lead to a breakout, as long as the price is not breaking and sustaining below 52.2 cents. That's the 78.6 retracement of the last rally that started on the 7th of August and ended on the 8th. Because any break below it will indicate that this diagonal pattern is failing. For now, the diagonal has a chance and we follow the diagonal pattern as long as the 52.2 cent level is holding. But again, it's not a scenario that you would normally trust. It's very, very important. So we are a little bit in no man's land. We're holding above support, but we haven't broken out to the upside. And also the reaction from the 11th of August low here looks corrective. So I don't see anything clear here in terms of any clear structures in the very short term. This here looks corrective to the downside, which is good, but it could easily give us one more low. I've run out of wave degrees. Actually, I could just increase this by 1 degree. So, I mean, there are options to label this like an internal ABC. So B wave, yeah, A wave down, B wave up, and then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Could get one more low, absolutely. But if it's the WXY structure, it might have already bottomed. So it might give us one more low here. But again, you know, it's just a bit too choppy to be reliable. But that is just something to be prepared for. But there's, you know, again, the levels are more important than the microstructures, whether we get another dip or not. I'm focusing still here in the analysis on higher prices while being cautious, because I know how fragile these structures are, especially these diagonals. But I'm focusing on higher against 52.2 cents. So it allows for one more low. There could be one more low. The problem is this microstructure has problems here, the decline. The third isn't really long enough to be a clear third wave. So yeah, it might change, you know, but this is the best analysis, you know, we can get with Elliott wave really for these structures. Trying to micro count corrective waves is often unproductive. And for anybody who's questioning why the wave 1 is overlapping 4, well, the C wave is simply an ending diagonal. Yeah. So again, you deal with diagonal patterns, choppy corrective structures, just nothing too reliable. Best is to focus on the levels. And it's quite simple. Below 52.2 cents, we're dropping back into the lower support region between 42.6 and 49.3. That's the update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.